Somebody was a little bit rude there. Good morning, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Yes, I kept you waiting. My sincerest apologies. Thank you so much for waiting to join us this morning or listening to WFM 99.9. My name is Christal. Going to take you up until 9:05. No. 9:45 this morning. Now, to get interactive with us, the WhatsApp number is 4579994. The number to call is 4579997 if you want to call us direct, ring, like the old school way. If you understand what I'm saying. 13 minutes after the 8 o'clock hour, that is the time. So people are probably nestled at work right about now, or probably making their way to work. For those who get in at 9, and perhaps those who are late. If you're late, it made no sense hustling. You're already late. All right, great, wonderful. Now this morning, we want to connect with the folks in the diaspora. Realizing a lot of people are living in USA, Canada, and the UK. I wonder which country has the most Vincentians. That's for another day. But what we want to talk about this morning is, why did you decide to leave, or how did you end up leaving St. Vincent and the Grenadines, however long ago it was? So you can send us a WhatsApp, or you can call us via WhatsApp, or you can call us direct and let us know, how did it happen? Was it because you wanted to take advantage of an opportunity? Was it because of finance, economics, or your family overseas? Everybody's over there and you're just here, so it really doesn't make any sense for you to stay here. Was it some other reason that I have not seen anyone mention as yet, because some messages already came through? All right, so we're going to read what people are saying. So you're going to get to understand folks and how things are going with folks who went away in the diaspora. By the way, we're live on Facebook and YouTube. So if it is that you want to connect or keep listening, if you're moving from your actual radios, you can hop on over. All righty then. So let's get to some responses that have already come in. Remember the questions, right? All right, wonderful. Scrolling. By the way, good morning to Cleo. Thank you for joining us this morning. Good morning. Oh my gosh, it's been a minute. You know how it is. Good morning to Shep Neil as well, and good morning to Lennon, who have checked in so far. Now, some responses from folks in the diaspora. All right. So someone says, I left in 2017, so that would be 6 years ago. I visit annually. What's in the background? I visit, and so far I am undecided about a retirement location. For now, it could be here in SVG, or it could be somewhere else besides the US or SVG. All right. Thank you so much for that response. Here's another one here. Right. So I left SVG as a child, as my mother migrated, and I joined her when I was 15 years old. It has been 22 years since I left SVG. That is a long time. That's an entire adult. Like, already have your degree and what's not. Before COVID, I visited twice per year. After COVID, it has only been once a year. But for to cover, if I came twice. You understand? Right. So the person says as well, I intend on spending more time in SVG once I have retired. That time will be hindered due to the fact that my children would all be British. Should have read this in a British accent. And I would still very much like to be a present role in their adult lives, even if it's for 3 to 6 months a year, being around them. Are you so sure that they would want you around? Anyways, I'm sorry. I'm just playing with you. I'm just playing. We have that kind of relationship. All right. The other reason is the medical system is not the best for me. as here in the UK, access to medication is free and cutting edge at best. But St. Vincent will forever be home to me in my mind, body, heart, and soul. By the way, you know that we have natural medicine. We have the beaches, we have the waterfalls, we have herbs, things that you cannot just walk outside and find any and anywhere. That's natural preventative medicine. Thank you very much. And the other part of it, that's up for another discussion. All right, so some more responses coming in. Here's another one. I left because my father filed for me. My first choice, I wanted to go sailing. It's not too late to go sailing, is it? Perhaps. I think I could say this. Hell yeah, I want to retire home. I love my country. That's the passion coming out there. And wish I was there every day. I used to visit every other year, but haven't since COVID 2020. All right, that's what, 3 years or so. Coming up in March, it'll be 3 years. That's too long, my dear. I don't keep count of the years. Misikaya. Sick of the US. Grass is green where you water it. What exactly are you sick of in the US? The hustle and bustle, the high cost of living, taxes, the culture, the food, or the fact that, I can't believe it sounds like you've been homesick for your entire time overseas. All right, some more responses coming in on the WhatsApp. Remember, if you want to join the conversation, the number is 457-9994 on the WhatsApp, and to call 457-9997. All right, here's another one. I left because, oh no, I read that already. I left SVG on an athletics scholarship, and it's been 7 years. I've visited twice since then, and I plan to spend my retirement home. Okay. All right. So here's. No, I'm not getting into your business. Hi, good morning. The reason I left St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Oh, you got more than one. One, it's somewhat personal, and two, for economic opportunities. Not gonna pry, don't worry. I migrated to US in 1990. Like from the time you hear me born, you gone? Wow, I've been home 4 times since I left St. Vincent and the Grenadines. No. And this March, I'll be taking a trip there for 3 weeks. I think I'll be spending my retirement here in the USA because my family is here. I do have my brother there and sisters elsewhere. LOL. 1990 is 33 years you have been living in the US of A. And in 33 years, you've only visited 4 times. We gotta fix that. Just because we gotta fix that. You know? I think at least once it is something that can be afforded, that you should always come back at least once a year. Because while you might be abreast of things that are happening in SVG online, it's always best to see it. Of course, you come back, you spend the money, you socialize. Here, and you get a little bit of revenue, and then you go back and you sell SVG overseas. That's secondary. It's always nice to have people come back home. All right, come home, come home. All right, here's another one. This one is like, this person says epistle. So, morning. 1. Straight to the point, boy. My parents tied my hands and feet and drew me to the misable, damp, and cold. Only kidding. Because that kind of sounds like kidnapping. Seriously, my parents took me to the UK when I was 13. How long? A long time ago. Yeah, because that'll tell me your age, right? A lifetime ago. I have lived in 4 different countries. Have I visited SVG? Yes. On very short visits when I am working in the Caribbean. On retirement, I would love to um, come back home. The wife has her heart set on Portugal. However, let me talk to the wife a little bit. Enough said. All right, that's interesting. That is interesting again. All right, here are some more responses. You serious? Somebody says I'm getting into his business. All right, you can skip over some of the questions. By the way, it's 8:24. It's either the capital of the Caribbean or SVG. Okay. All right. Lovely. I'll wait for the follow-up messages to that one. Okay. All right. So here's another one before we take the quick break. Whew, gotta drink some water before I read this one, boy. Good morning, Queen. For me, it was a combination of things. While I left home, my cousin, who and I were extremely close, had left several years before and always encouraged me to come and live with him and work. But it wasn't until my girlfriend at the time had left to live here in the US that I decided to make the move to the US. We are married now with 2 kids. Aww. Follow your heart. I left in 98, so I've been here 25 years. In that time, I have visited 4 to 5 times. The fact that you're kind of guessing is 4 to 5, we have a problem there. But it's been 12 years since my last visit. But that's because we decided to visit other countries every year rather than home alone. The plan was to come home every 3 to 4 years, but visiting other countries is really nice, so we got caught up. We have a trip planned for this year, but once God spares my life, I will not retire in this country. I have zero regrets moving here because I think I've grown a lot from my experiences, but I've never stopped loving my country. But most of all, my community and the people of Paul's Avenue. Paul's Avenue in the house. Hello. I'm ready even now to move back home to live in spite of everything that's going on. What do you mean by in spite of everything that's going on? Are you talking about crime or economics? Or maybe the two. Or maybe the things are doing so well for you in the US and to come back to have to, look for a new job, look for a source of income, and you're thinking, what is there for me? All right. Okay. Thank you so much for that. You're really teasing me. This person here is really teasing me. Here's another response. Remember, you can send them in on the WhatsApp machine at 457-9994. You can drop a comment on our Facebook or YouTube Live. I left SVJ in 1989 for the UK. I wanted to be a professional cricketer and get paid for doing something I enjoyed. Well, that didn't work out. What didn't work out? You didn't get paid? Or you did not become a professional cricketer? I wanted to study business, but ended up doing psychiatric nursing. I worked for 32 years in the NHS. I'm retired now, but still work for a couple of days as a psychiatric liaison practitioner. I come home once or twice a year. Since 2021, I've visited 3 times. Due back soon. That's right. You better come home. Well, that's interesting. So I'll summarize at the end. Okay, thank you so much. So the response there when I asked at the end of one of the previous responses was, I'm ready even now to move back home to live in spite of everything that's going on. When I asked if it was crime or economics, the person responded by saying both. Now, some more responses You troublesome too, you know. Some more responses are coming in, but what we're gonna do, we're gonna read through them and then we're gonna share them with you when we come back. Gonna take a quick break on this live right here and come back with well, a call is coming in just as I'm about to head on out, but we can take it. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I love the conversation. I love the conversation this morning.
Thank you. Thanks for
I
joining.
I remember sometimes I remember one or two of my young friends back in our younger days who have never seen return to this country. Well, some of them would have passed on as well.
Sorry.
But you know something, it always has to do with not always, but you should be familiar with the saying that I'm going to greener pastures, or they're going to greener pastures. You know what that means, right?
Yes.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing. I'm listening. Go ahead.
So I'm saying some of us back in time, even now, we move out of our country, our homeland, because you're looking for greener pastures. So I was just saying, you know what that means? Looking for better opportunities to accumulate more money and all of that and so on. But the thing about it, in my humble opinion, if I love my country, I will want to come back to my country even though I go away. Because some people go away with that in mind. I have to come back to this country. It's just because of economics or whatever the situation might be at the time.
Mm-hmm.
You're venturing out there. But you know something I don't like. So I have no problems. People have to know how they feel and so on. But what I have a problem with is how we, back in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, I think I heard you on this the other morning too, with people who don't live here. Our own good intentions, brothers and sisters should have no say in what goes on here. I don't.
That was a question.
Yeah, but I'm just addressing that. I think we need to be all embracing. We should not treat our own blood sisters and so on like that. You know, people will seek opportunity wherever or seek for better life wherever and so on. I know there are those people who leave St. Vincent say, well, hey, now, me ain't coming back, especially if they would have had some terrible experiences in their homeland.
Mm-hmm.
They make an oath that they're not coming back. And I know some of them who said that and they never returned to this country too.
Mm-hmm.
So it is something that we have to live with. But my point is, what I say I have a problem with is when we have this argument as to why they stay where they stay or mind their own business. And that is too low in my opinion. We all must be more embracing. And if we say we love one another, let us show that love.
Yes,
all right,
sir.
take care.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Evan is saying good morning to his cousin Dave Roberts. Dave, you've been MIA for a while, man. The people are missing you. I was reading another response there from somebody else who said that it's been a while since they heard Dave. All right. So 8:32. It's time for a quick break. And then we're going to come back and continue the conversation as we head on up to the 9 o'clock hour. Remember, at 9, we've got your ECCB bank rates and your nightly 3D and Play 4 draw results. Today's Wednesday, so we've got your lottery results as well.
Get that perfect gift or household item this Valentine's